Trying to accomplish this list of things. And we're going to overlay these into the internet discussion, and so you're going to see these ideas pop up again as we go. To introduce the internet subject, let me use my favorite analogy, which is the poor people at Eastman Kodak Corporation. And if you've had the misfortune of owning Eastman Kodak stock over the last 10 years, you have my condolences because you've lost yourself a lot of money over the last 10 years. Kodak is going to be a famous corporate case history in terms of being a company that forgot what their product was and really took their eye off the ball. And when digital photography first started coming over the hill, the people at Eastman Kodak made the mistake of saying, you know what, that's not really what we do. We're all about people taking their paper rolls of film down to the drugstore or Boots or wherever you get film developed here, if you can still get film developed here. And that's what we do. That's our product. And they really sort of forgot that their product was helping people preserve their memories and helping people tell stories. And you didn't need paper film to do that. And Hewlett-Packard and a bunch of other companies, after they picked their jaws up off the floor watching Kodak pass on digital photography, they all jumped in and launched their own products. And companies you never even associated with cameras, you know, all of a sudden now had digital camera products. And if you haven't seen any of the headlines lately for Kodak, this is just from last January, where another 4,500 people in poor old Rochester, New York, bad enough that the snow's piling up, everybody's losing their job in Rochester, New York, and they've now announced we're no longer devoting any additional research into paper film developing at the Eastman Kodak Company. Anybody who is an old fan of Polaroid here, if you're of a certain age, like I am, you can remember the very first Polaroid picture you were probably ever in. And somebody took the picture and you all crowded around to see your face appear. You know, in digital photography world, that seems quite quaint, doesn't it? So quaint that Polaroid has now quit the Polaroid business for the same reasons that Kodak did. What was a really smart product, what was really a smart way of going about their business, you know, 10 years ago or a generation ago, all of a sudden is now obsolete. And that's the important takeaway from this session. If you go to the University of Rochester, which is just upriver from the world headquarters of Eastman Kodak, and was all but built 100 years ago with money from the Eastman Kodak Corporation, in their phone-a-thon just a couple years ago, and there's the happy, energetic student phone callers that we're famous for in the United States. Just this past year, when the phone-a-thon students were conducting the phone-a-thon, and they spoke with a graduate who said, yes, I'll make a pledge for the phone-a-thon. And right before that student hung up the phone with that graduate, they asked one simple little question. Can we email you a confirmation of your gift for the phone-a-thon this year? And that one little question opened up a whole new window of relationship for the University of Rochester with its graduates. Because now, the next day, they can send an email that says, thanks for your gift, click here to pay your pledge right now. A month from now, they can send an email that doesn't even ask for a gift. It says, we just wanted you to know how your gift was being put to good use at the University of Rochester, and here's some of the latest good news of what's going on. Because their graduates are like your graduates, which are like everybody's graduates, and that they're so quick to say, the only time I hear from you people is when you're asking me for money. The internet now allows them to demonstrate this as a relationship much easier than in a paper-driven or phone-a-thon-driven world. I mean, everybody's paper budget got spent just soliciting gifts. We never had any money left over to actually thank people for their gifts. Wait, we're running ahead a little bit there. So now all of a sudden the internet relationship liberates our ability to communicate with people. So, and not even a year from now, before the phone-a-thon starts again, they can send an email that says, you know, we know that, that you were a contributor last year. Would you like to renew your gift or increase your gift? You know, before the phone-a-thon even comes along. So, in my opinion, the lesson that Eastman Kodak failed at so spectacularly, almost to the point of killing the company, you know, the school that was built by Kodak